necessary for this tutorial. In the video description below, I will share a link on my previous tutorial that I created on how to build a mega menu, again using Elementor and Elementor Pro. This one is just a different version. So let's jump in on my computer and let's get started. Okay, so here we are on my computer. So for this tutorial, I decided to build this header. As you can see, there is the logo, and we have the menu, we have the button, and we have the search. Then on top, we have the phone number, request a flyer, and find a tour. So again, you see that there is an underline under the header. When I click to the browse tour, then this is the mega menu that I'm talking. So there is a destinations, which I have chosen Europe, Latin America, United States, and Africa. When I go under the Europe, I have a few cities, France, Italy, Portugal, and Spain, and I have view all. Europe, then I have Latin America, same, United States, same, Africa, the same. And then on the right side, I do have a shop where you can shop bicycles, and then accessories. And then from here, you can also book with us if you want to book the trip to go to one of those destinations, and you can reserve a spot if you want to participate in a cycling event. Okay, so in order to build all of these, we will need WordPress, we will need Elementor and Elementor Pro. So I have decided to build this on my local computer. Let's go on. Here we go. For this one, I'm using the local app. And then let's create a new site. I'm going to name that site cycling. I'm going to hit continue. And I'm just going to create a temporary one. That's it. Ask me for the password. I'm going to add the password really quick. Okay, after this is created, then I'm going to hit admin. Now we are in the fresh installation of WordPress. From here, I'm going to install the theme. I'm using a hello theme. I'm going to activate this. It's going to request me to install the Elementor. I'm going to activate the plugin. Then it's going to ask me to install the Elementor Pro, which I'm going to do that manually. Download Elementor Pro, hit open, hit install, activate plugin. Now it's going to ask me to connect. I'm going to activate. After all of this is done, now we have everything what we need. We can clear up the WordPress or the pages and posts and everything, so we can start from fresh. I really like to do that always. And okay, so now let's do the first thing first. We're going to start building the header. And we will do that by going to Templates, Theme Builder. Then in the Theme Builder, we're going to choose Header. We can click the plus here to create a new header, or we can do to the Add New. In this case, we have pre-built one, which I'm not going to choose any. I want to start from scratch. Navigator on the right. That after this, we're going to create one section. we're going to make these to be a full width, and then we're going to stretch it. We can choose a background for this one. So in my case, it was a black. So I'm going to do black background. And then from here, I will add 3 more columns. So the first column is for the logo. The second column, it is for the navigation. The third column, it is for the button. And the fourth column will be for the search. Now, from here, we're going to go on the first column, and I'm going to drag the heading. And in here, I'm going to type cycling. And then I'm going to create a link. So to go to the site URL, to the home page. From here, I'm going to change the color to white. I'm going to change the title or the font family to Bantam. Then I'm going to change the thickness to be 600, but the transformation to be all uppercase. And then we're going to make the content to be all in the middle. So this is not all the space that we need for this. So we will do, okay. From here now, we will go to the advanced, and I'm going to add some padding for top and padding for bottom. It's going to be 30, and the bottom is going to be 30 as well. So now it looks a little bit better. The next thing that I want to do for the second one, I want to add the navigation menu. I don't have created a navigation menu yet. We're going to create that later. The next one, it is the button. And the last one, it is the search. Go to the search form. Now, let's start working on the bottom. So we're going to select the button. We're going to align to the left. We're going to name this as a contact. Going to go to the style. We're going to change the color to transparent. Okay. Then from here, we're going to add a border and make this solid, and it's going to be 3. Perfect. Let's change the typography to, okay, this looks better. Then let's go to advanced, and let's add some padding on top and in the bottom. Let's do 12. And let's do 14 for here. Or let's do 12 and 4. It looks good. And then for the search, we can do the same thing. We will make this to be as a full width. Then we don't need all of this here. We don't need all of this here. Let's add some padding on top. Here it's going to be 12. And let's add some in the bottom. Let's make it 14. And this is how this is going to work. Let's go to the size. Let's make the size to be the one we wanted. That's good. Then go to the style. Text will be white. The toggle, I want also the color of this one to be white. So now when we click here, we start typing here, it's going to be white. Okay, that's good. Now we can move this a little bit more towards this way. This part, it is done. Now let's add the phone number on top. So click here. We can add one more section. We're going to make this also to be full width and stretched. The background is going to be black as well, so it's going to match. Now from here, I'm going to add the icon list. Icon list, I'm going to make sure to make this to be inline and to make it right. Now from here, the first one, I don't need the icon. The second one, I don't need the icon either. The first one, we're gonna put the phone number. 888. And we're gonna put a link. It's gonna be tell, and let's stay like this. And the second one, gonna create request flyer, and add link as well. And the last one, it is on the last one, we will add a find tour. Find tour, and for this one, I will need location. Or no, actually map icon. Now let's change the text and let's change the color. So the icon color, we want it to be white, and then align is correct. The text color also to be white. Looks good. And we can increase the size a little bit. Okay, perfect. All right, so we're getting there. Now, let's create the menu. Let's hit publish here and just hit save. Then let's get out of here. Let's go to the back to the dashboard, appearance, menu, and let's call this as a main underscore menu, create. Okay, so now we're gonna create the menus, and we're gonna start with the browse tours. So for now, I'm just gonna put the pound and just gonna create browse tours. Then we go the second one. We're gonna name it as a trip essentials. And next one, gonna name it as a why us. And the last one, blog. Okay. After we have all of these, we go back to the theme builder. Up first, we have to save it. Then we go to the templates and theme builder. The theme builder, here is the header that we're working on. Gonna hit edit. Now, here is the header. Of course, we have to modify this. So we're gonna align this. Gonna start first with a align center, and then under the animation, we're gonna do slide. Means that it's gonna slide when we put that. That's gonna be perfect. And then from here, we're gonna go to style. In the style, we're gonna do the text to be white. Okay, perfect. Then typography, we're gonna choose a 19 font, and for the family, we're gonna choose Arial. Okay, and then from here, we're gonna do the horizontal padding of 28. Okay. And then space between, we have 19. Then we're going to change the color of the pointer color, and we're going to change these to yellow. So we're going to go yellow here. Okay, the text color, I'm going to make it as a white. So only what changes is the pointer. Now this is good. From here, we're going to go to the advanced tab. Now we're going to add some padding, which is going to be padding top. Let me see what's going to work the best. Maybe 12, perfect. And the padding bottom, some as well. Perfect, 14. Now we have it as we want it. From here, we're going to hit update. And then we're going to add the condition to be in the entire site. Sounds good. Let's go back and let's see what we have done. So I'm going to go to pages. I'm going to create one page. I'm going to call this as a home page. Hit publish. Then under the settings, under the reading, I'm going to make this home page to be as the first page. And then let's go to the cycling and open it in the new tab. This is what we currently have. We have a beautiful header. Now, the next thing that what we have to do is we need to create the pop-up. Okay, so let's start with the pop-up. First, we're going to go to the templates, then we go to the pop-up, and we will have to create a new pop-up. So I'm going to name this Omega Menu Cycling. Create template. We have some already made ones, but we're not going to use any of those. We're going to start fresh. Then from here, we're going to go to the pop-up settings. In the pop-up settings, we're going to do the 94 on this. So we're going to leave a little bit space on the left and on the right. And we're going to do the custom height as well. And the custom height, we're going to choose this to be 580 pixels. And then we don't need the overlay, the background, and we also don't need the close button on the right. Hit publish and save and close. So far, we only have created the pop-up. Now, from here, we will have to create a section. And the section is going to be a boxed, and we go to the style. We're going to choose a classic here, and we're going to make the background to be dark black. And then we go to the advanced, and then in here, I'm going to have adding 46, so it's not going to be straight on the line. And I can add the same one in the bottom as well. 46, so we have some room. Now, in here, we're going to drag the inner section. We have two columns inside. We're going to add one more, so we're going to make this with 3. Then from here, we're going to work on the first column. The first column, I'm going to add a heading. Let's go and add some heading. And I'm going to name this Destinations. Destination. And I'm going to change this to white. And then I'm going to change the font as well to perfect. And let's keep the default font, and then the size should be good as well. I'm just going to make this to be all capital, transform all uppercase. Perfect. Now from here, I'm gonna drag the tabs widget under this. Now we have two tabs. And now instead of keeping this horizontally, I'm gonna make this to be vertically. Now from here, the first tab, I'm gonna name it as Europe. Second tab, I'm gonna name it as a Latin America. I'm gonna duplicate this and I'm gonna name that as the United States. And the next one, I'm gonna name it as an Africa. Okay. Up to here, we're good. Now, in the Europe tab, I'm going to add few countries, and that's going to be France. Next one is Italy. Next one will be Portugal. Next one is Spain. Then from here, I'm going to add the line. I'm going to add view all Europe. Okay. All of those, they're going to be with a heading 4. This one as well. Portugal as well is going to go header Spain. Then view all heading 4. Now we're going to add the links. I'm just going to add a random link. It's going to be just a pound, enter. Italy, it's going to be the same way. Pound, enter. Portugal, pound, enter. Spain, pound, enter. And then view all Europe, it's going to be pound, enter. Okay, I'm going to work on changing those colors a little bit later. And now let's change the design of this one. Let's go to style, and then we're going to add the navigation width of 30. Okay. And then we're going to go with a border width 1, which is good. Now background color, gonna add this one. Okay, this is my background color, and then the title color will be white. Then active color will be white as well. And typography will be 17. Okay, now I'm going to speed up the process of creating for the other cities. In the meantime, let's make this one to be all in one here. Okay. Okay, as you can see, everything looks good. Now I'm going to speed up the video while I create the Latin America, United States, and Africa. Okay. Okay, so I have added the Europe, Latin America. Everything is done now as I want it to be. Now I just want to change this color over here, and let me first update it. The color from over here will have to be changed in the site settings and on the global one. So if I go to typography, now here is the link. The color I want it to be white. It's going to be white over here. Now when I hover, I also want it to remain white, or maybe to dim a little bit, like this one. Okay, now I'm going to hit update. When I close this now, so when I click here, it's going to change the color a little bit, and on all of those it is the same. So perfect. Now I have this created as I want it. Now my next column will be shop. So let's add a heading first, or I can just duplicate this and just move this over here and just change the text to shop. Okay, and I want this one to be in the middle. And while I'm here, I can duplicate this as well. Then I'm going to move this to the right, and I'm going to name this as a book. Okay. Now, in the first one, I'm going to drag an icon and drag it here under, and I want to choose the bicycle. Okay. This is how it is. Now from here, I want to change the size to be to 132. Perfect. I want it to be a white color. Okay. And then I want to add another heading under this one, and I want to call this bicycle. And then we're going to put this in the middle. I'm going to go to the color, the style, change the color to white, and I want to add a link on this one, just a pound, so it's going to only send to this one. And now I want to move this one higher a little bit. Okay, now I want to duplicate this, move this under this, and for this one I will add a new icon. I want to call this accessories, which I'm going to choose this one. I'm going to duplicate this, move this one under, and I want to rename the title to accessories. Perfect. What is the meaning of this is that this column is going to be for shopping. If somebody wants to shop bicycles, just can click. I can add a link on this one as well. So can click either on the bicycle or can click either on the text, and will send straight to the shopping or accessories. Accessories can be a bicycle seat or gears or anything. And now on the other one, I'm going to duplicate this and I'm going to move this over here where it says book. I will add a plane. So it's going to be airplane, plane, duplicate the text as well. And this one is going to be called book with us. I want to duplicate this one, put it over here, and duplicate the text as well. Choose here a ticket, and I want to rename this to be called reserve spot. If you want to participate at any of the of those destinations, okay. So this is all I wanted for here. I'm going to hit update and I will hit close. Now, there is a really important code that we will have to add on the settings of the mega menu. I'm going to share the reference link on the comment below, and I'm going to open on this video and show you from where I found it. So when we go to the settings of the pop-up settings, now we're going to go to advanced, and there is a open by selector. This one, it is added on the Elementor's site, on the Elementor Academy. So this is the link that I need to add there. It's going to be this one, and I will show you later. What does this mean? This means that when they go to the browse tours, it's going to open this pop-up. When they click on this one, it's going to open the pop-up. On the previous video, the menu on top I created using headings, and that's why I did not need it to put this open by selector. In this case, I created the menu using the navigation menu, and that's why I do need the code. After I'm adding this code, I'm going to add under the advanced still, under the margin, I'm going to add minus value, so it will be exactly where I want this one to show, to appear. I believe here should be good. So as you can see, it's getting a little bit over, but at the meantime, it is not covering the underline, and it looks good. Now, close this, hit update, close. So as I mentioned, the reference for this one, it is on this web page. Hit enter. So this is the Elementor and how to trigger a pop-up from a navigation menu. Here is the code that I added. And now I need to go to the navigation and just add the pop-up menu anchor, because that's the name that I chose in here. So this is the one that I will need to reuse it. You go here. Now, all what I need to do, I'm going to close this. I'm going to close this as well. So all what I need to do is go to appearance, go to menu, and then comes to the browse tours. And then instead of this one, I'm just going to add the pop-up anchor. Just going to hit save menu. It's good. Now I'm going to go home. I'm going to view the page. So here we are now on the home page. When I click here, it should show up. Nope, it doesn't. So let me go back to the pop-up. Go to templates, comes to pop-up. Then this is the pop-up that I just created. Edit with Elementor. And I think I have to add conditions to this one. I don't have it. I'm going to add the condition to the entire site. Next, next, save and close. I go back to the site. I'm going to hit refresh. And when I click here, it is showing up. So here is the way how you can create a mega menu using the pop-up and without using any third-party plugins. I will add this link of the whole work that I did on the comment below, and you can download it if you want to use it on your site, or if you want to recreate it. You just follow the video. I hope this was helpful, so please subscribe the channel because I am preparing a few more videos for you. Thank you, and happy holidays.